What if Asta, or what if Deku had Asta's powers? Like, what if Asta had Asta's power? Like, this is totally gonna be amazing. What if about Asta having his actual power? Crazy, right? So yeah, how where's this gonna go? Is that it's gonna lead up to 10 months later in the future. Deku gets a recommendation because he is considered like a villain or like a anti-hero kind of. So they will take him to the recommendation. Whenever I get there, they would notice that they're dumb because recommendations have one-on-one battles, and they just put somebody that defeats villains since he was like 8 and against regular old people. So how this is gonna start is whenever he gets there, they do all the physical exams, which us or Deku gets perfect on, and now it's a versus battle. And now, so this is gonna work. It's Todoroki versus Deku. So how this is gonna work? Deku can tell when he's about to activate his quirk and can see where his quirk's about to go. So if he activates it, before he activates it, he sees all the ice appear in front of him already, and they don't really think of anything of it, but he takes out his sword out of his chest. Or actually, no, he can't be at the recommendation or people will know who he is from the incident. So yeah, all that testing goes by without him joining and all that, and all the other heroes get told about the predicament and all that. And that's whenever you cut to UA. Everybody walk in confused because Deku is required to wear handcuffs at school. Or not throughout the whole day, but if nobody's watching him. And Aizawa puts them on him because he's asleep. And that's where Ida says, no way, it can't be. Or people will be confused because nobody actually knows the identity of the blood demon or the black demon. So people will be like, why is this kid here with handcuffs? All confused, and some people ask him, and he says that the heroes put them on me. So that would cause people to be on guard, so they're all watching him just in case. And if you're wondering, Uraraka got saved by All Might. But this is whenever Nezu walks in saying that I'm Prince Nezu, and he says that to them that this is, or Bakugo would come in actually and be like, why are you here in handcuffs, Deku? What do you do, huh? And I'm so done. I just noticed this on my picture. It says what is Deku had Asta power. It's so dumb. But yeah. But he would be yelling at Deku saying worthless self shouldn't be here. It's not even worth putting handcuffs on you. And he looked pretty buff. He's a pretty buff dude. And this is when Principal Nesbitt would walk in saying, if you guys are wondering why this kid has handcuffs on, and he says as long as there's no heroes watching him, he has to have these handcuffs on. And they say, why'd you even leave? If he's that dangerous that heroes have to watch him, then why he's here? He says that they found him. They asked who he is, and so he says, my name's Zuko Midoriya with a smile. And this whenever Nezu will be like, most people know him on the media as either the Black Demon or the Blood Demon. And this will catch people off guard, saying, but he has been out for 7 years. Or 6 years, sorry. Or, yeah, it'll be 7 by now because he is 15. Or at least I think he is. Pretty sure they're 15 in that class. So, yeah. And that's whenever Deku says, oh yeah, I've been taking down villains since I was like 8, I think, he says. And people be like, but people say that he has red eyes and black hair. That's when Deku would like change his hair and his eyes would turn scarlet red. And they ask why you have a villain here. He'll say that him and All Might, after having a battle, and Deku doesn't really want to hurt heroes, came up with agreement saying that he would stop brutalizing villains if he could come. And All Might came up with a great idea, he says out loud in a sarcastic voice, to put him in a way to make him a hero and stuff. And people be like, but didn't he just capture some bank robbers last night? And he says, I'm not finished yet, but he still can't be caught for even for taking down villains. Even saying that these handcuffs are practically useless is just for satisfying people, with Deku just flexing his muscles, breaking them off, and saying that was a good stretch. And this times I'll wake up and kind of just say this is the Black Demon and get outside and put this stuff on. People be like confused, so they just kind of go with it. With Deku just walking, not people just look at him like, why is he here? Isn't he a villain? And Bakugo's steaming, man. That's when they get outside. And since Deku didn't go through anything, he would go last on everything. So the race, or Bakugo, Ida, Todoroki, and Deku, when it starts, they blast off with Deku literally just jumping forward and getting there instantly. Speed Blix and Ida and everybody. That would surprise people and all that. Next one, grip test. He breaks the machine at the highest point that he can go. Everything he gets first, then it's a ball throw. Bakugo explodes the ball and all that. But Uruk gets affinity, but Deku, he takes the ball and he gets to throw it with his normal strength, throwing it 1,000. Oh no, that's too low. 40,000 meters, and this is when they tell to him, without your quirk. And this is whenever Deku says that technically my quirk doesn't even give me physical enhancement unless I activate taking out his sword, going to his black asta form, or black Deku form, with the horns and everything appearing. This, taking the ball, with his, throwing it without using a beam, throwing it at least 40,000, like 80,000, so it's kind of like a 20 times multiplier on normal strength and all that. So 20 times multiplier on normal strength. Or that would be too low. So I'll say the base form of him throwing it is 4,000 meters. That's like, and I'll say one for you. I'm not sure. Let me search this up. It turns out like 1,609 meters is like a mile, so normal city size is around 300 miles or area. But that's New York. New York's like 300 and something land area, so I'll say about the largest city, 10,000 miles, so past any other city pretty much, way farther. Pulls it up, shows the class. That's his normal strength, so guess what, guys? If you guys are extreme bodybuilders, turns out 6.2 miles straight up is into space. And since I did give him 10,000 in that form, and 10,000 divided by 20 is 500, he could throw it to space. So he gets infinity too. And all that. But that's like the shortest mile, so I'll say it's about like, because they are by the sea, so they're probably below sea level. Like 75 to space. He pretty much passes all the tests and all that, and whenever he's leaving school, a whole bunch of heroes follow him. But before that, he's talking with everybody, and people are asking, or Ida asks why he does this. And this is when Deku says that actually my quirk has another personality in it while Dark Shadow's there. And they ask that, he would say, he says, as a kid I wasn't strong enough to control the split personality, so it took over sometimes, but I was still there, so that's why I don't just go around killing innocent people. And he says that's like a true demon, and saying that whenever I activate my form, you usually see the demon splattered into blood and shape itself. All that. That's why they called me like the blood demon at first. And it turned black and all that. Saying that he kind of just stepped himself into blood and controlled it. And all that. And he explains the whole thing. And that's whenever I try to ask him how does he control it. He's how to control it, but Deku says to him that you probably shouldn't control Dark Shadow, because you should try to work with yours, because mine's just set on destruction, so there's no hoping it. But it seems yours is actually helpful to you, so just kind of work together with him. And he goes home and he talks to him, and Dark Shadow tells him how he can use him as like a cloak and enhance his strength and all that. Because they do kind of have like the same kind of quirk, because it is a demon. I would say Dark Shadow and him are kind of good friends and all that. Or not good friends, but good acquaintances, not friends yet. And this is where I'll leave it off. I hope you liked these 3 videos I made. Goodbye.